It looks even more possible now that Daniel Bryan might be added to Universal Championship match at WrestleMania. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, I can't feel anything. I cannot feel anything after this. One question, why? Google Translate has a more realistic laugh. Welcome back to the channel. Now, I want to start this video with a little announcement. I'm sorry people, I know you're very excited about this, but I would like to announce that I want to postpone the Nia Jax versus the Great One MMA fight. I know you're disappointed, I know you're crying, but I cannot fight Nia Jax. She's with Reggie now, and I respect the hell out of Reggie. I don't want to hurt Reggie's feelings. I might want to hurt Nia Jax, but I don't want to hurt Reggie. I do want to hurt Nia. I don't want to hurt, but I don't want to hurt Reggie. Look how happy Reggie is. Look how cute this couple is. Goals. Relationship goals right here. So I would like to postpone that fight. I am very sorry, but if one day Reggie will break up with Nia, and don't you even dare cheat on Reggie, Nia. If you do, these fists will meet you in an octagon. The show kicks off with the WWE Hall of Famer Royal Rumble winner Edge, and he's addressing what Daniel Bryan said about him last week. You know, Daniel Bryan said he loved this, and that he wrestled more matches than Roman Reigns and Edge combined. But Edge says, let me remind you who I am. While Bryan was maybe wrestling once a week, he was here pulling double shots and more with superstars like The Undertaker, John Cena, Randy Orton, Batista, Eddie Guerrero, Mr. Perfect, British Bulldog, Terry Funk. And he's back here not because he needs to, but because he wants to. He loves this. He gets interrupted by Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan says that Edge is not the issue, but Daniel Bryan wants to main event WrestleMania because who knows, this might be his last WrestleMania ever. Edge has the mutual respect for Bryan, he likes him. He just doesn't like how he went about all this. Edge says Bryan is better than this, but he's not better than Edge. So Edge is going to face either Daniel Bryan or Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, but we all know it's gonna be either Roman Reigns or both, which I honestly wouldn't really mind. Now, technically, Edge versus Roman Reigns is the money match. Spear versus spear. All the 9-year-olds are happy, you get the point. But when it comes to the actual match, we all know a triple threat match between Edge, Roman Reigns, and Daniel Bryan is probably the better possible match. Now when it comes to the story, I don't know. Both Edge and Daniel Bryan had to retire due to injuries. Now they came back, so at the end of the day, even though Roman Reigns versus Edge is completely enough, there is some potential with a triple threat. I know Roman Reigns losing the championship doesn't make a lot of sense, and it probably, technically, should not happen. I understand that, logically it doesn't make sense, but I would also really love to see Edge as the Universal Champion. So maybe in a triple threat match, Edge could actually pin Daniel Bryan, so this way Roman Reigns can, get his championship back later because he never really lost it. In a way, kinda. Well, he did, but, he wasn't pinned. We saw an 8-man tag team match. Street Profits, Rey Mysterio, and Dominik Mysterio versus Otis, Gable, and SmackDown tag champs Rude and Ziggler. So, yeah, man, the more people in the ring, the better. I'm absolutely orgasmic about tag team matches.
I absolutely agree, tag team matches are amazing. And they're honestly better than sex, and the Young Bucks make me orgasmic.
Whatever, man, I keep saying this, I don't really care about these kind of matches, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. WWE, well, SmackDown actually fixed their tag team division, in my opinion. I mean, look, we have 4 legit tag teams, and in my opinion, all of these tag teams are quite good. They're alright. And in this particular match, the Street Profits, Rey Mysterio and Dominik Mysterio took the W. Jey Uso searching for Roman Reigns, but Paul Heyman says, well, because of that steel cage match, maybe Roman doesn't really want to see you right now. Do you guys think we'll ever see Jey Uso as the main eventer again? Do you think he will ever turn on Roman Reigns? Because at the end of the day, Even though we saw that rivalry already, I wouldn't mind seeing it again. It was so good. We saw Cesaro versus Murphy in a rematch, so again, I still don't understand why Murphy is all of a sudden a heel. It was never really explained, but whatever. In the middle of the match, we got Seth Rollins interfering, and he beaten the living crap out of Cesaro. We also saw a cool match tease with Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. We actually saw that match at Survivor Series 2017 or 18, I'm not quite sure, but Seth Rollins was the Intercontinental Champion and Shinsuke Nakamura was the United States Champion, and that was one hell of a match with a great finish. So I wouldn't really mind seeing this match at WrestleMania, but I would also feel very sorry for Cesaro if he didn't get his match against Rollins, because this guy, I don't think he ever had a WrestleMania program with anyone outside of tag team matches. He won the Battle Royal, and I believe he was in a tag team match with Jack Swagger, but I'm not really sure. We saw Edge trying to figure out why the hell Jey Uso is listening to Roman Reigns. You know, I know your family, I know you're better than this. But Jey Uso is having none of it, although it seemed like he's kinda thinking about it. We also saw the Kevin Owens show. He says he's gonna keep fighting. Okay, buddy. Okay. And obviously it was all about Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. I'm excited for the match, but this story really sucks. I mean, Sasha Banks is probably turning heel soon, but hopefully it's happening sooner rather than later, because it just really lacks something if it's gonna be the main event of one of the WrestleManias. But I guess they're going with the John Cena versus Shawn Michaels type of story, like they said, you know, tag team champions at WrestleMania, both respect each other. Anyway, we saw Tamina, Snuka, and Natalya versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, and obviously, well, it was obvious what's gonna happen during this match. Tamina and Natalya won the match, and Bianca Belair blames Sasha Banks. Looks like Sasha Banks is actually happy, whether she's turning heel or maybe she's trying to manipulate Bianca, I don't know. But the fake laugh, man, that needs to stop every week, sometimes twice a show. She says something random and just starts. It needs to stop. Big E is back and he says he's gonna hurt Apollo Crews. There's no sorry, nothing. It's impossible right now. All he wants to do is hurt Apollo Crews. Let me talk about Apollo for a second. I think it was Meltzer who said this is so offensive. I cannot believe how this gimmick is actually possible. It wouldn't even be possible 35 years ago. It's offensive. Really? Aren't we reaching a bit? Apollo Crews just literally said, I'm proud of where I came from and I'm proud of my culture and stuff. That's what he said. I don't necessarily see how is this offensive, but hey, you gotta stick it to WWE and lick those AEW bowels whenever you can. King Corbin wants a match, but Sami Zayn interrupts, and Sami wants a match. Big E says, whatever, who's first in the ring, he's gonna get the match. Sami is first. We got the Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn versus Big E, in which obviously Big E wins the match. The whole Big E versus Apollo Crews storyline, that's pretty good. Hopefully they can keep it entertaining until WrestleMania, because Apollo Crews and Big E getting a singles match at Mania, that would be really cool. And of course, at the end of the show, we got Universal Championship contract signing. Roman says he's not signing the contract because Bryan doesn't deserve it, but Daniel Bryan manipulated Roman Reigns into signing the contract. Bryan also mentioned how back in the day people used to think that Daniel Bryan was better than Roman Reigns, and he was, which is actually kind of true. You know, we all wanted Daniel Bryan, but WWE kept pushing Roman Reigns. Jay says he's going to be the special enforcer. Edge interrupts, and it was announced that Edge versus Jey Uso is happening next week on SmackDown, and the winner is gonna be the special enforcer. We see a big brawl, which was actually pretty nice, and this ended with Daniel Bryan attacking Edge, which is something we never seen before because they're kind of friends. And that's how the show ended. So I guess Edge is gonna be the special enforcer. You know, Jey Uso versus Edge, for some reason, is really exciting, and I don't know why. Maybe it's Edge, you know, wrestling for the first time on SmackDown since like 2011, 12, I don't know. Or maybe it's because Jey Uso is legit enough and this match actually feels pretty special. Whatever the case may be, Edge wrestling on regular TV shows, is always pretty murky. If Daniel Bryan is gonna be in the main event of WrestleMania, I assume Edge accidentally is gonna cost Daniel Bryan the match, so Edge somehow is gonna allow him to be in the triple threat match. I don't know how, but I see that as a possibility. Or maybe Edge is gonna cause him the match and Adam Pearce will say, okay, Daniel, if you can beat this and this and this, you will be added to the match. I don't know, but let me know in the comments below, which match would you prefer? Reigns versus Edge, or Edge versus Reigns versus Bryan? Thank you very much for watching this video, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.